So how I brought Camp Lundy to life, how I brought it from the outdoors to the indoors, is first through the decor. I put a lot of time and effort into making my classroom like a campsite for my students. I've got different camp-themed decor in here, so it's almost like you're, outside on an adventure. When I was growing up in my family, it was expected that I would become a doctor and that I would go to medical school. And I did about 3 years of pre-med, and during the program, I just felt myself not really being motivated or happy as the years went on. So about in my 3rd year, we had a family friend, and she taught 3rd grade at a district nearby. And she's like, you know what, why don't you come on by? Come work with my kids, work with my students, kind of take yourself out of that environment and, just take a break from it and see what you like. From the moment I stepped in, I knew, oh my goodness, this is where I want to be.
The first time that I heard my daughter was going to be in Miss Lundy's class, I was very excited, and she's always so bubbly and outgoing, and I can tell she just really cares for her kids. So I was excited for my child to experience that same thing.
She's really funny, and she does a lot of those brain breaks and like little dances. It's super fun.
As I grew older and went on these camping adventures, I've started to notice that there's teamwork built into camping. There's a sense of unity, and I thought that I can bring that into my classroom. When I go on my camping trips and adventures like to national parks, what I like to do is I like to bring a little bit of that to my students and their families. So what I always do when I go and I travel, I always keep in my mind that, I'm gonna send them postcards. And that's one of my favorite things to do because it's kind of like a keepsake that they can keep, and it's a way for us to stay connected and for them to know, she is thinking about me or she cares. Sometimes I'm sending maybe 30 cards to my students. So that way they are all feeling included and not a single one of them is left out.
Then we're able to see a little part of the outdoors, and she has brought us out into our camping experiences as well, and we thank her for that.
In Camp Lundy, a huge part is having that growth mindset and not being afraid to accept challenges, not being afraid of that failure. And I always tell them, I'm not perfect. When we're doing something new, or if I'm making a mistake, I'm owning that. And so seeing that transfer to my students where they're not crying anymore, or they're not afraid to even attempt something that seems so hard to them, it's amazing to see that now they're able to persevere and say, you know what, I just can't do it yet, but I'm not afraid to try.
I'm very smart, I'm a good student, and I think she's helped me a lot.
I think in Camp Lundy, it feels very safe and happy. I think everybody enjoys it. It's like a safe place to be.
The first time I walked into Camp Lundy, I knew that students had a connection to their classroom. And not only did they have a connection to Mrs. Lindblad, but to each other and just to the environment. They were learning, they were having fun, they were on an adventure.
I think that she's the best teacher. I think that she's really caring, and she got the Best Teacher Award. And I just think that every student should respect her because she's so nice and caring.
Over the years, I've had hundreds of students come through my classroom, and just knowing that they're taking a small piece of me and a small piece of Camp Lundy with them, that'll help them in their future endeavors and on their successful paths, that right there just makes my heart so happy.